Hello, everyone. Hola, my name is Alexandra Lopez, and I presented my thesis project, Widow. Herman and I share 21 anniversaries. We had two daughters together, Mariana and Juliana. We live a happy, functional, and normal life as a family unit until 7 years ago when I unexpectedly lost my beloved husband to a pulmonary embolism. In 1 second, my life as I knew it shattered before my eyes. I did not think I could bear the loss of my husband. But the most unexpected part was all the other losses that came with it. It was a change in my social status, my financial status. Every status that anyone could have, I lost it at that moment. There was nothing that could prepare me for that. Can I, as an artist, draw attention to the predicament of widowhood? Before I came to ITP, I was an architectural major in my undergraduate studies. However, I found a passion for textile design. I decided to switch my major. I worked in this field for almost 2 decades, focusing mainly on computerized embroidery. When I came to ITP, I have a great desire for sensing the physical world with the tools of physical computing to reimagine new narratives with wearable technology. So after 2 years of this program, I wanted to marry my old skill and my new skill for my thesis. I also knew I wanted to make something that related to my experience as a widow. I wanted to help raise awareness of the challenge that widows face in today's society. I decided to look at the history of widows' treatment in society and found that the Western tradition of wearing black at funerals came from the Victorian era. Many were influenced by Queen Victoria's attitudes and social costumes. So when her husband, Prince Albert, passed away, she secluded herself and spent the rest of her life in mourning black clothing. They called this clothing the widow's weeds. It was a visible indication of the pain for the death of their spouses. Black signifies the absence of light and represents the spiritual seclusion of the mourning woman. Can my artistic representation help others to understand what someone goes through when they are widowed? My thesis is an immersive sculpture that allows people to understand at a gut level what it means to become a widow. I invite the public to take part in and to reflect on the journey and the humiliation I experienced as a young widow. It represents my fight against the stigma that is deeply eroded in widows' fashion and the other social robes that women were expected to follow when they lost their husband. The main point of attention is a deconstructed black cage dress, which portrays my own twisted and difficult journey as a widow, by contrasting the neat and straight lines found in Victoria's widow's weeds. The lines of those Victorian dresses had the purpose of simultaneously signifying a widow's existence while also making her invisible. As a widow, was untouchable and unavailable in the eyes of that society. The dress is mounted on a vertical loom, which represents both my background and the social and cultural fabric of society, which often expect us to abide to clear, straight rules. I break these rules by weaving in my losses. I make them visible for the audience to see, feel, and understand. I wanted every twist, every rip, every cut to be seen and understood by society. I no longer want to be ignored or overlooked by society because of my emotional scars from this event. A texture pattern has been superimposed over the embroidery letters with conducted thread that evokes the breaks or cracks of my heart and invites the spectator to feel each of one of these textures. Each word becomes a capacity sensor which, when touched by the users, activates the sound and the light of the sculpture. The transition between white light and gold light is orchestrated by the user's touch. I sought to explore how my scar could become something beautiful. I feel shattered. Could I ever feel whole again? This influx of golden light was inspired by the Japanese kintsugi art, a method of applying gold lacquer resin to the cracks of broken pottery. The gold mends the flaws of the pottery and makes the pottery even more beautiful in the process. The light is a symbol of my desire to be seen as a person who, despite the fractures, is whole once more. Like kintsugi, the scar of my experience had made me more beautiful. As they had healed, I had feel stronger and ready to support other women like me. It was difficult for our family to feel whole after experiencing such an accident in our daily lives. As you approach the dress, you will hear a poem that I wrote about the loss of my husband. I read it in Spanish, my daughter Juliana reads it in English, and my other daughter, Mariana, put it to music. This is what it sounds like.
Ausencias, no palabras, un minuto, un silencio profundo. Ausencia de tu voz, de tu aire, de tu esencia. Ausencia de tu risa, de tu ira, de tu vida. Ausencia no palpita un segundo, un vacío eterno.
This is the family made whole again, an auditory kintsugi.
Absence of your body, of your skin, of your scent,
tu aroma,
absence of your
de
love,
tu amor,
of your
de
love,
tu amor,
of your
de tu
love,
amor,
absence.
ausencia.
Widowhood is an invisible state in today's society, but I hope people understand when they experience my sculpture, including those of you listening today, that there are people out there right now who have lost a loved one. There are widows walking among us. They are not wearing those widows' wigs, but they need to be recognized, understood, and treated with respect and love. Thank you to all the people that took the moment to listen to my story and support me during my time at ITP. I love you all.